Welcome to this afternoon's OUA men's soccer match between the Algoma University Thunderbirds and the Rams soccer team on OUA TV. We're about 10 minutes before that game to have a exclusive interview here with the striker for the Algoma University Thunderbirds women's team. It's Mercedes Ryan joining me in the booth. Welcome, Mercedes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you. I think the last time we sat down, we were talking basketball.
Yes, we were.
And you're making the transition this year, first year playing soccer for the women's team, and maybe we'll start off there and you can tell us about how the transition is going.
It's been a great transition. I am in my 4th year at the university, so ideally I was supposed to be done my 5 years of eligibility last year. Due to COVID, we didn't have our season. And with a busy schedule of my thesis and many classes, I wasn't intending on doing sports like originally when I came to university.
Right.
Neil approached me, asked me if I would play with him because I did play. I played in the women's league over the summer just to do something.
Stay active, right?
Yeah, and I used to play civic soccer here in Sault Ste. Marie, so I haven't played soccer since I was 17. So I was like, I've always loved the sport. I just never got to continue it on into college as they didn't have an outdoor team, and I don't preferably like indoor, so I never did that. So I took on basketball and just continued with it. So the opportunity came up and I took it.
Yeah, and you're taking advantage of that opportunity. So I've had a chance to watch you now play 4 games, but this weekend you certainly came alive and added a different element to the offense for the T-Birds. We're going to talk about the weekend game, but yesterday you had a beautiful goal. And not only that, you had a bunch of chances that were created. So, like I said, you're adding a different element to the forwards here on the T-Birds team, and an element of speed, and you can shoot with the left foot and right foot. So, yeah, good work this weekend for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like I said, it was a tough one yesterday. So you're up 1-0. You scored that beautiful goal just at the end of the half, and then you guys really dominated the half yesterday. And then it was Ryerson or the Rams coming back and playing pretty solid 20 minutes. They scored 2 goals in a 20-minute span. So you guys battled back but didn't get the result you wanted yesterday.
Yeah.
And then today it was another harder fought game. You guys were up 1-0 again. So tell me about the weekend and how you guys are feeling after 2 good games against the Rams.
Well, coming out of playing Laurentian last weekend, so from our previous 4 games to Laurentian, there was a big switch in how we were all playing together and making sure we're starting right from the first whistle. So Laurentian, we proved we can press, we can play in different formations, we knew we can do it. And then coming in this weekend, I find we were more mentally prepared, we were ready, we knew we could do what we had, and we did that. And after yesterday's game, like coming in today, we had that feeling like we could get this win. We might not have won, but we did get an outcome that not many would have expected. I'm sure
totally.
the other team isn't happy about that, but we proved like we can play at this level, and this is just getting us excited to go into next weekend when we do play UFT.
Yeah, totally. Got some momentum for sure against, heading on the road to Toronto. And like you said, the Rams team is going to leave here thinking, you know what, we came here to try to get 6 points, and we were lucky to get a win yesterday, I would say.
Yeah.
And then today, they hung around and got a point. But, yeah, no, certainly we, from my perspective, I saw some momentum building from Laurentian, like you said, hung around 88 minutes-ish, and then lost a heartbreaker with a PK.
Yeah.
And then, the program's heading in the right direction, and so it's good that you're part of it. And I mentioned in the opening that you were also part of the basketball program, and we've mentioned that a few times up here. It's pretty cool to be able to play 2 sports for Algoma, and then you also played basketball for the college. I don't think anybody on that field had that on their resume, so kudos to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and certainly making your family proud, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Are they in the stands?
They were. My mom was here. My mom's always here. My dad's watching from home.
Dad was watching, hopefully listening from home, doing some work maybe around the house. And Mom Dawn was here.
Yes.
Always good to see them. I haven't seen them in a while. So what are you looking forward to in terms of, the road trip to Toronto? And actually, we'll look at that and then before we even talk about the last home game against Laurentian.
Well, as always, looking for a win. Want to prove that like Algoma's good in this division. We want to show that we might be a small school, but we have tons of potential behind us.
Yeah, tons of potential and tons of heart. We've seen that on the basketball court from you and on the soccer field today. And I'd say a lot, yesterday we talked about just, your team playing a pretty complete game. Goaltender was excellent. Good team defense. And not only you on offense, but you had Rosso in on the mix, the Nippard sisters,
Yes.
and a bunch of players contributing. So that's got to be cool to be a part of.
Yeah. We all worked as a unit. We weren't trying to play individually, and that's what gave us the outcomes that we had.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I was going to say on the 30th will be the last home game for you guys potentially.
Yeah.
Would that be your last game as a T-Bird?
Yeah, so this is my 5th year of eligibility, so this is all I can do. So I'm happy I get to contribute to the women's soccer team.
Yeah, making huge contributions to the T-Birds on the court, on the field. So we're going to wish you much success. I do have a fun bunch of questions to ask you before we go, and we'll let you get off and join the rest of your team. But, you are a student athlete, so I'm going to give you 2 items. I think we may have done this before with basketball. I'm going to give you 2 items, and you're going to pick from one of the 2.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay, so you are a student. Do you enjoy morning class or night class?
Morning.
Morning class it is. And what about practice? You enjoy practicing daytime or nighttime? You more of a after school kind of practice
I
person?
like it in the morning because I also like exercising in the morning, so it gets me ready for the rest of the day. So then you're up, you're ready to go. I just like getting everything done in the morning.
Okay. Good. And speaking of morning, do you enjoy Tim Hortons coffee in the morning or a Starbucks or something else?
Starbucks.
Starbucks girl. All right. So I had Alex in the booth earlier and we were talking music. He's from Pickering, the goaltender for the T-Birds. So I had a Pickering question for him. In terms of music, this is more Toronto. Do you prefer Drake or Shawn Mendes, who is from Pickering?
I'm not really picky. I'm not picky on my music. I listen to anything. If I had to pick, Shawn Mendes.
Good choice. Very talented, both of them. Okay, we're going to ask you a pizza question then. Are you, what do you prefer, Aurora's Pizza or Domino's Pizza or Little Caesars? We'll add 3 there.
Aurora's.
Just going to go with the hometown Aurora's Pizza. All right, cool. And the last question is, we're going to go, actually I won't ask the penalty shot question just in case you get one next time. So we're going to go red jerseys or white jerseys for?
White.
White jerseys.
Yes.
All right, so you guys were wearing the white today. It was lucky. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff here. I want to thank Mercedes Ryan, the striker for the Algoma University Women's Thunderbirds, for joining me in the booth. Best of luck on the rest of your season. We'll certainly be cheering for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Mercedes.
You're welcome.